Let me just say what just happened. I said, I've really missed this couple. He's like, record it immediately. Catch the magic.
Then he said, we have to intro the show.
We have to intro the show, you bitch.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gays. Let's love.
Fine particulars.
This is 90-Day Gays. This is part 2 of the other way, the Otro way.
Part two.
El Otro way.
Hey, Siri,
Otra?
how do you say the other way in Spanish?
Not playing Spanish Carol.
It's going to play his thing by Chanticleer. Your Siri is gay. We're not doing Chanticleer and Dawn Upshaw. That just put us in a whole other level. I'm not.
It won't turn off. I love Dawn Upshaw. Oh, God, I love Dawn Upshaw.
Don't pull over. This show's already off the rails.
Don't pull over.
Like Los Otros way.
Y'all,
Otros.
if y'all
Others.
don't know, if you know who Dawn Upshaw is,
You might be a homosexual.
You're a homosexual.
Or a soprano.
If you know who Chanticleer is, you're definitely a homosexual.
If you've got Chanticleer Christmas and listen to it every year,
You
gay.
gay. You
You
gay.
gay
gay.
girl. Mm-hmm.
They're an a cappella group, and Dawn Upshaw is
All
a
men.
wonderful soprano.
I love her.
I do too. Such a clear voice.
And also, she's one of the few sopranos that didn't have a career in opera. She really has made her career on art song and recordings, and it's been fantastic. She's done opera, obviously, but she didn't start there.
She just
I'm going to
seems like
stop
a nice person.
before my
Dawn
penis.
Upshaw, if you're
penis
listening,
inverts.
come at us, Dawn Upshaw.
Dawn Upshaw.
You're not.
If you were listening, I would lose my mind.
Oh, that's who I would like.
If
or
Dawn
Ren-
Upshaw was on Cameo, you should get me a Dawn Upshaw cameo.
or she's not. Or if Renee Fleming was on.
I don't think she is either.
I don't think Renee Fleming is.
She would be too busy, like you said, when I was going to get you a Linda Carter cameo.
Oh yeah, yeah. She would,
But Braden, I wish you, this is Linda Carter. I wish you very much happiness on your 3rd engagement this year. I hope you and Luis will be very happy.
Yeah.
God, I'm so sick of doing these gays cameos.
You know,
I got to raise my price.
I'm so gay that I just gotta raise my price. But Dawn Upshaw would be opera queen, so it'd be like Federico and Tomas. Congratulations on buying your 3rd home to redecorate. Y'all don't pull over again. I don't know what is happening
the
tonight.
city's on fire tonight at Los Angeles. I don't know what's going on.
No, that's like 3 or 4 of them. 5 of them.
It's a Sunday night.
Anyway, that distracted me. Oh, I was going to say, so
Federico and something.
I'm flying to Houston tomorrow or Tuesday because
Yes.
my father's at MD Anderson. Come at me, Houston sissies. Let me know what I want. Some really good Indian food. Come at me. I'm going to order from. But so he's going to be getting out of MD Anderson soon. Wonderful hospital, by the way. But so another one, y'all. Don't pull over. So
God.
we booked an Airbnb for like a month because we're going to be in Houston. And so it said, they emailed me, said from Louise and like Tom.
Yeah.
And I went, y'all, another one, don't pull over. And so I was.
And I've closed the windows.
And I was like, oh, I'm so happy. Like, you never know where you're going in Texas. And I said, even though Houston's a pretty progressive city. So I emailed him, I said, I told my boyfriend, I was like, oh, it's so nice to like stay at a house with 2 queens. And the guy said, actually, Louise is my father. I'm his son.
Way to completely alienate people.
I know. And he's like, but you know what? I understand what you mean, and we're fine with it. So he followed up well, but I still was like, this will help me get on their good side.
Wow. I think you've been in California too long.
It'd be like when you used to work at the bookstore and you came home one day and you said, I got to get out of West Hollywood. I saw a man and woman holding hands. And I went, that's weird.
No, I've been in Pride Weekend the whole time. And I'd only seen, gay sexuality was like the normal straight sexuality. And when I saw a man and a woman like holding hands, I was like, what's that? Like I had a problem.
Freaks!
I know. I don't want to see it.
Against God's will.
Yeah, it kind of scrambled my brain. I didn't know what to think. When you've been dealing with like butt plugs and poppers for 3 days.
I bet the shit you see on Pride Weekend in a gay bookstore.
I worked there 2 times, and then I said never again. Never again.
Because would you just have twinks and backpacks trying to pick up old guys?
It's worse than that, unfortunately. It's like the worst drunk people stumbling in, like just looking at porn. All the book displays are all fucked up. You have to do things. You're basically babysitting for the whole shift. And everyone's so messy, and everyone's from out of the area. You do make a lot of money, but it's only on the things like porn and
poppers.
Yeah,
lots and lots of poppers.
But it's just like it's awful. Give me like the old fastidious gays who I could sell my recommendations to.
Chauncey.
Chauncey, it's so good to see you.
So good to see you.
And your dog, Lilith.
That's true.
Does she want a treat?
Thank you, Jackie. I just received my Renee Fleming cameo. It was quite wonderful.
Renee Fleming. Chauncey.
She was in marvelous voice. Splendid, really.
Where are we?
What's happening?
This is part 2 of the other way because we basically bullshitted so much.
It's true. Of episode 16 of season 3.
Truth is the consequence?
The consequences of truth.
Oh, yeah. The consequences of truth. Or what's that? Policy of truth. Depeche Mode. The policy of truth. Dave Gahan. Dave Gahan could have me now from Depeche Mode.
I don't remember what he looks like.
He's gorgeous. Wow. Huge fan. I went to the Depeche Mode concert at the Hollywood Bowl. It was me, a lot of queens, and a lot of girls who were really good friends with queens.
Oh. So basically our listeners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Depeche Mode.
Because I bet you like 3,000 sissies just drove off the window.
And Dave Gahan had a tank top on, and it was so hot.
Is he gay or is he straight?
No, he's supposedly straight.
Sissies, if any of you have slept with him, let us know.
They might
Poodle
have.
know.
I think he's kind of questioning, though.
Never know.
Who knows with 80s new wave?
Depeche Mode has a big gay audience.
Huge.
Speaking of huge, let's talk about Tim.
Let's talk about Cheese Stick,
Tim.
y'all. And I said this before. We've said this before. Cheese Stick is unfortunately hung.
He is.
To a point.
To a point that it's unreasonable, but
it's almost
inspiring.
obtrusive.
It is.
Yeah. So
also I have to make a confession. Cheese Sticks and I have the same Nike tennis shoes.
It's because you're basic and so is he.
That's true.
You really are. You're really fucking basic.
Well,
if I don't tell you that enough, I'm sorry.
I'm proud of who I am. Proud of who I am.
It's kind of embarrassing to me sometimes.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so y'all, this is the first time we've seen Cheese Stick and Melyza.
Yeah, it is.
In a long time. Melyza.
And Melyza says, our relationship is getting better and better.
Strangely, you can't crack a smile.
Yeah, strangely,
Boy,
you're not
talk
smiling
about a stank face. Jesus.
Who smiles more? Melyza, Florian.
You know, those are quite... No, they're pretty comparable.
Pretty comparable.
I think it's Melyza's face.
I think we've seen Florian smile on the wedding day, right?
Kind of a weird smile. She's got a rough resting bitch face. It's pretty rough. It's her eyes. Her eyes are very bedroom eyes, and her mouth is kind of heavy set. And it's not. And you know when someone's eyes are naturally smiley.
Well, yes.
Yeah. And her makeup, right? The makeup she does,
the thick eyeliner that
heavy.
she does on her eyes, it's not good. Like she needs to do a thinner eyeliner.
It's
I think.
She looks severe.
Yeah.
Even though I think she's pretty, it makes her look.
She is pretty.
So last night, you guys, they wake up together because last night, Cheese Stick gave her his push pop.
I was just outside and I saw that collie that I love so much. I love that collie mane. And then next thing I know, she started rubbing up on me, and then that popsicle came out, and then we got stuck together for about 5 minutes. But after that, it swelled. But after that, we had a lot of fun.
So, and she's like, it was really good as usual. And I wrote down, I've decided that she's awful. And I was kind of half and half with him.
But on this episode, she just seems like a miserable.
She's miserable.
Person.
She's miserable.
And really does not want to be happy.
Let me give you my take, and I figured this out by the end. Because she said this later on. She has not fully emotionally processed anything that happened to her.
She is not.
Anything.
You mean like not even Tim, but you think life?
Tim and kind of where she is. I think she was probably sheltered as a child.
Maybe, yeah.
And this was their first big relationship. She has not... I feel like she's also very, very arrogant.
I wonder where she gets that from.
And the idea that someone could cheat on her is something she hasn't processed yet.
I think there's this arrogance to it as well of like, how could you cheat on me?
Exactly.
Of like, I'm uncheatable.
And I think, y'all, the betrayal is something she hasn't processed and she can't get past. And she keeps talking about forgiveness. But to me, the worst thing is the betrayal. The fact that he chose someone in her world over her.
Yes. And again...
It's a power issue.
Yes. And I'll say this again. No, it is not both people's fault that someone cheats, but both people have a role to play.
It's a communication
issue. But that
issue.
makes sense that I could see that Tim cheated on her, on Melyza, because probably he felt like he wasn't getting all parts of Melyza, and part of her was like not close with him or not even revealing. Yeah. It's interesting how she wants to know everything about him. You can't trust her. Where you feel like she has secrets the whole time.
Y'all don't get me wrong. Cheese Stick is a fucking idiot. Although he can't speak Spanish.
Although he can speak fluently.
and he was giving me like two eyes going two different directions here. Total Bugman from Men in Black several times. And after
Melyza says it was awkward at first, but then it got good, and then it cuts to Tim, and he's like, "I'm walking on sunshine. I'm walking on sunshine."
And then he went,
I fucked Melyza.
And he said, "It was nice to get lucky last night."
Get lucky.
But anyway, I want to talk about the fact that with her,
it's good to feel good.
I think she's totally brought him down there to punish him.
I've said that before.
Yeah. I think
100%. I think I said that like 7 episodes ago.
Well, I'm just realizing it.
No, but yeah, she just brought him down to punish him.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I don't feel that, and I think the only reason she would ever get back with him, you guys, is if he said, "I throw myself on your mercy. It was my fault. I did everything. I don't care if you fucked someone else. I just want you to be my queen for the rest of my life."
Maybe.
Only with that would she be okay with. Because it was the betrayal. It was the cheating that put her... It kind of like tweaked her brain.
But she seems like someone who doesn't. She couldn't even do that because I feel like she doesn't want.
No, she doesn't want to get back together.
No, she doesn't want to be happy.
No, it's all about making him miserable.
Yeah.
The idea that she says that she wants to get back, and she's like, I don't want to give up on this relationship. You don't want to give up on this relationship because you don't want to fail.
I think she maybe doesn't want to be not admired. Yeah.
Y'all, she's terrible.
Well, she gets her bitterness from her mother.
Ooh.
Y'all, 10-minute conversation with Mama Melyza, and I bet Mama and Papa Melyza have a rocky relationship.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I can guarantee you that one.
So, you guys, they go to the park with their dogs. That's got to be awkward being Cheese Stick having to deal with two other dogs.
I'm walking a dog. That is meta. Meta.
So, and then she's like, this is the thing. She's super insidious, like using all kinds of psychological things with him. She's like, how are you feeling about our progress? How are you, and she's like, I feel like it's my time now to come clean with him.
But even before that, though, she says to him, like, she says, she said to him first, did you see other people when we were having problems?
That's the gambit she leads with, you guys.
So instead of her talking about her,
she's trying to get him to admit it so she can have some collateral.
And he's like, well, I was flirting people at work.
It's
and she's
kind
like,
of genius.
You know that's a trigger because you cheated on somebody at work. You know that's a trigger. You're flirting with people at work.
So, y'all, she's trying to get him
Cheese
to leave in a huff.
Well, I didn't really cheat. I just licked their face because I wanted to say hi. I just want to love me. And then they scratched the top of my butt, and I kicked my leg a couple of times.
And then my push pop came out.
But then I ran away. I promise. I
wrote down, and he says, he's like, well, I've been flirting with a little bit lurk, but and then she takes that and turns it around. She's like, that's a trigger for me. And I went, he's so fucking clueless.
Oh,
he doesn't know what he's up against.
No, he does not. He does not. He thinks he's like got a sweet little Colombian girl. And he does not.
She's fucking Machiavellian.
Maybe that's a Colombian thing because one of my best friends is Colombian, and if you cheated on him, you would die probably 5 years later, and he would wait that long to kill you.
Yeah, I just feel like,
and he says my people are a jealous people.
We
I don't know if that's true. I mean, that's his generalization, not mine.
So she defends her dalliance with someone else. It's just like, I was single.
It was Ross and Rachel. We're on a break.
We don't know what happened. We're not going to say who. But she's like, I did see other people, and they were introduced by one of her friends.
Cheese Stick does not think they're on a break.
Yeah, Cheese Stick, y'all. Cheese Stick turns into his animal personality. He starts losing it. Like, and when she knows he's going to.
When she knows he's going to. Because basically, he said, I flirted. He said, but I haven't gone on a date or anyone, and I'm not talking to anyone. And then Tim finally said, so you haven't seen anyone this entire time. I didn't say
that. Shade rattle.
She said, I was single. And then one of her friends introduced. She said it was casual. And he's like, well, so have you been having sex? And she said, well, that's none of your business.
I'm not going to answer that.
Well, I'd like to know. And y'all.
The answer, you guys, if you were wondering, is yes when someone won't answer.
And honestly, he does have a right to know because of, I think, several reasons. First of all, on a moral ground, she's trying to get at this to be, she supposedly wants to build trust
and wants to
be
come
honest.
Clean.
So everybody should be honest. And then on a self-care level, he needs to know if he had sex with her.
Right.
He needs to know when's the last time she had sex.
Yeah.
If she was using protection, when's the last time she was tested.
Right.
They should have that kind of conversation.
It's a sexual health question. Yeah. So she won't answer, and he's like, none of this jobs. Well, I don't know.
She's like, I'm not seeing him anymore. Why do you care? Why do you care? Like casual, we stopped seeing each other. It was just a month ago, y'all. It was a month ago. That's not a long time.
And he even said, I feel like I need to know. And she's like, I don't care.
I don't care.
She's cold, y'all. Woo. And he's like, did you have sex?
And he's like, yeah.
And finally, she's like, yes. And he's like, multiple times. Yes. Did you do butt stuff?
Yes.
Did he do like I do and swing you from the ceiling fan? You know those. That's for us.
It's more like a patio.
Did you do role play? So it just gets worse and worse,
just
y'all.
gets worse and worse.
She-Stick can't, and because She-Stick is so fucking provincial. Like the idea of him thinking
That is
about
a great word for
he's
him.
fucking provincial. He's from the provinces. He's so upset in such a weird, fake masculine way of his girl fucking some other guy. And she knows this is going to drive him fucking up the wall. And that's why she does it.
And so he's kind of crying, and then she's saying...
he cries like a little boy.
and she's
He's
like...
oh. He's
well, a lot of men cry like that. Like straight guys, they look down because they feel shame for crying.
What are you saying? I cry full face, so that means I'm not
Yeah, you cry like fucking...
Meryl Streep?
No, I was thinking more of like... an actress more on your caliber, like
Meredith Baxter Burney.
no, like that one friend in Clueless without any name, who didn't have the name.
Oh, fair.
But anyway, she's like, we weren't together when this happened, and I wanted to have a trust and have a clean start, and that's why I told her this. Oh, I'm such a big, brave person for telling him this.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. And he says, this changes things.
Sex changes everything when you fuck someone who's not your boyfriend.
Boy, that's a deep cut. Love changes everything from aspects of love. Wow.
Love will never, never, ever be the same.
It's actually
And that is actually
it's actually higher than that, but that's okay.
that's actually apropos to them.
Yeah, love will never be the same.
Do we need to do it in the right key so you feel better?
No.
Okay.
Love will never, never let you be the same. That's better.
Anyway, and it's not because she says, "Does this change things?" And Tim says, "Well, you're darn tootin' it changes things."
Well, you're darn tootin'.
This is like that time that you switched me to that blue food and took away my Purina. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And I want my Purina because it's good. And that beef liver flavor. It makes me itch and lick my paws, but I don't care.
Purina.
I hate this blue food.
So, and then she tries to turn it around him again. You know what? I will say, bitch is good. She says,
She is.
So I'm punished for being honest with you? You're punishing me?
Wow.
It's genius.
And Tim said, I wish she would have told me before I decided to move here.
That would have been
That
nice.
would have been fair.
I'm telling you, y'all, this was all in this. This is making him miserable.
It is.
She's a poison.
It's making him so miserable that, y'all, he's got to call his therapist.
And y'all, you know, we were totally team Melyza when this started. But the more we found out, more about how we've seen her interact with him, boy. And y'all, She-Stick is an idiot. Don't get us wrong.
No, but it's
kind of it's being cruel to animals at this point.
It's animal cruelty. Yes,
It
it is. Someone call PETA.
So let's talk about the SPCA. Let's talk about y'all remember our favorite gay repertory therapist, Beth Ann.
Beth Ann. Y'all,
Because we did some work. Bitch is nuts.
She's nuts. She does like reparative therapy to make gay people straight. Don't give her your money.
Yeah, don't talk to Beth Ann.
She's a bitch. But Tim is sitting on that couch petting Pepe and realizes,
Pepe, and
which
he's
is ironic
pissed.
because he's a dog and a cat's his best friend.
I know. And the cat's like,
Exactly. Just stop it. And so,
the fact that anyone took a cat on an airline, I'm still amazed that cat has scratched his eye out.
That, and I'm amazed Tim works in IT and has a MacBook computer that old.
You're right. It was
That is
old.
like a really old MacBook computer.
Yeah.
Even with the old charger.
It was like a 6 years ago.
It was like the one
MacBook
that you
computer.
had where the screen just comes off. Yeah, because Poodle destroys technology.
I will use
more than-
things until they fall apart.
But you're also really hard on things. You throw your computer and stuff all the time.
So they should be able to
And
stand
then
up
it gets
against it.
upset when things don't last.
I went off on Apple phones, and I had someone say, my Apple phones lasted for blah, blah, blah. Well, fucking good for you. Mine dies every 2 years.
Because you throw it probably everywhere.
Next question.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, y'all, Tim calls. It's calling his therapist, and I feel like what's her Beth Ann.
Beth Ann, I think this is another time for another installment of 90 Days Theater. Almost. So close.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna give me the realistic. Here we go. Oh, that's my phone. Oh.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Beth Ann,
Oh, hi, Tim.
I'm calling all the way from Columbia.
Oh, wow.
Columbia.
Well, here I am in Flower Mound, Texas. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew I could get a hold of you?
Your hair looks good.
Thank you. I just washed and set it for the week. Tim, what's on your heart?
I see
on
you
your heart?
got a sticker on the back that says Amy Conan Barrett.
Love her. Love her. Love her. She adopted those kids. So sweet.
Anyway,
She didn't describe them poorly at all.
I'm worried about Melyza.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think she's really done. Hold on.
Itch that itch. Are you Tim? Are you taking?
There we go.
Are you taking?
Here we go.
Are you taking that Apoquel like I prescribed to you?
Is that the flea medicine? Medicine?
Yes, it's the itching.
Yeah, I've forgotten.
Okay, that's fine. I guess
It's
Tim,
fine.
How are
Beth
things?
Ann,
How are
Beth
things
Ann,
going?
I want to talk about
How are things going? How are things going?
not too good.
Why not? I prayed for you. That should have fixed it. I've been praying this whole
The
time.
problem, Beth Ann, is she fucked some other dog. She
What?
fucked another dog.
She-
A dog has hunched her.
How could this happen? I mean, I even talked to my minister about this after our Wednesday night dedication.
Well, I hope that you talk to your husband before you talk to your minister, because only a man can allow you to do that.
Well, I haven't talked to my husband in several years. Tim, that's
Sorry.
That's fine. Boy, you look like you've slimmed up since you've been in
A
Columbia.
little bit. I've been
you look
starving
good,
myself
Tim.
because she don't give me. She gives me this blue food now.
Oh, your eyes look so.
I want my Purina.
Oh, your eyes look so blue too.
Well, one does go up and one does go down. I'm doing my best.
Well, tell me, do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to work?
Not a chance in hell,
Do you
Beth
think-
Ann.
Are you sure? Oh, I'm so sorry, Tim. My boob just popped out of my shirt.
Oh.
Do you see my titty?
I
you
do,
see
Beth
my
Ann.
boobie? What do you think about that, Tim?
I want to suck it. I want to eat it. Mama.
Boy, those begging strips work.
And
scene.
scene. That was an interesting type of therapy. I don't remember that being on camera, but I went with it. Y'all,
For those people who think our show is scripted, I just want to remind you.
I'm still amazed that people think that we script this shit. There's no way neither of us would script that.
so bad.
Y'all don't pull over.
Don't pull over. They're coming
What is
again.
going on?
Oh, and it's police too. Oh God,
I don't know.
Y'all be safe.
Maybe there's something going on.
Maybe. Anyway,
God, fucking cheese
Oh,
stick.
that made me-
Y'all, they don't have a chance Let's be clear.
Not a chance. And Beth Ann doesn't really help. Her
she did say one time, is awful.
Did that set you back in your resolve? Who fucking talks like that?
I think too. She's just all she can do is say things like, "Well, forgiveness is a really tough thing."
I mean, she's not wrong in that they both. But she just said she speaks in abstract, and she said like
she's the worst kind of therapist.
There needs to be a foundation of forgiveness. Yes, to what she was saying, but I'm much more practical of like.
But you need to give people.
If you're gonna, are you going to give her forgiveness? Is forgiveness important to you?
Right.
And so, do you feel like forgiveness is important to her?
You want to get specifics instead of just abstract concepts.
And are you getting what you're giving? Which she kind of said that a little bit. It was a lot of abstract.
It's
bullshit.
a lot of platitudes. Yeah,
platitudes.
She's into, and she's not
and
a good
I said
therapist.
Before, maybe it's because she's on TV and they wouldn't say anything. No, it's because she's a shit ass therapist.
So, and y'all, because Cheese Stick is the way he is, he can't get over the fact of someone else pummeling her. He just can't get past that. And Melyza knows this.
I will be shocked if they work out.
Never. If they do, she will stab him in like 4 years.
Would you have ever would you have taken Melyza back or Tim back if you were Melyza? Like if somebody would have cheated on me, I would have just said no. I would have moved on.
I can honestly not say that. I think it would depend on the dynamic and what had happened to either. I'm not saying men cheat for a reason. I'm going to
interrupt you because I think I know exactly what you're about to say.
Yeah,
you and I would recognize our part to play.
Yes.
And what our responsibility was in
if we
the
had
cheating situation.
Now, if I had no responsibility and he just wanted to fuck some other guy.
If you were still riding that pony
Sayonara.
every night and he was just fucking some
Sayonara-san.
But that is the big deal with this is that Melyza feels like she was the victim and she did nothing wrong to, and I'm not saying she deserved it, but she just has again, if she wasn't the fucking ice queen, maybe he would feel love sometimes.
Well, yeah, but I think their communication is not good.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and so I
think their communication's not good, but I think his dick is great.
And I think it's because she's a woman and he's a dog. But so that may be it.
Yeah.
So y'all, the next thing is Melyza having dinner with Mother Melyza.
Oh.
And who taught Melyza everything she knows? Who taught her everything she knows?
I gotta
I like it how you hiccuped like you were a drunk in an MGM movie at the end of a sentence. Like you were Otis in the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh.
Anyway, I can't even go on with that funny girl deep cut.
Boy.
So, anyway.
You know what? I'm going to do something we've never done before.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little commercial break in the middle of somebody.
This is a long segment.
We're going to have, because this conversation about Melyza and her mom is going to take a hot minute.
Yeah, it will.
We'll be right back. Driving down the highway, and I finally found my word. Driving down the highway.
Thank you. I've just now gotten that song out of my head.
Don't look back, 'cause I don't want to turn back. Don't look back, 'cause I don't want to turn back. Don't look back,
'cause I'm never going back.
I'm never going back.
Y'all, if we are responsible for getting Elena about 10,000 more hits on Driving on the Highway, she needs to give us some money.
She does. God, I hope they're on Smothered season 2.
Season 3.
Oh, 3, yeah.
We haven't done one. Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. Things slow down in the fall or in the winter.
They're not going to.
They're not.
So let's jump back into Melyza and her mom.
What's her mother's name?
I do not know.
I thought it was Raquel.
Virginia?
I don't know. That is
Let's just
Armando.
call her Mother Melyza.
Mother Melyza. Melyza.
Melyza.
Melyza. So she goes to dinner with her mom, and
Is this another time
God.
for another episode of 9 Days Theater?
I agree.
Wow.
How would you know?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll be playing the role of Mother Melyza.
And I'll be playing the role of Melyza.
All right. I took the high harmony that time.
No, I liked it.
It was still wrong, but that's fine.
That's what I did.
No, you ended it early with the trill. Sorry. Well, we have it on tape. You can't even argue. If I played it for you and showed you what it was real, you're like, oh, what am I supposed to do? You just look at me and stare at me like, oh, I am right. I'm wrong. Yeah, you pull a cheese stick. All right. So anyway, Melyza's sitting there waiting for her mom to get there.
So we're not going to speak in Spanish accents because that would sound racist. So we're just going to
I might use a little bit of one.
We're going to use our own characterization. Hi, Mom.
Hello, daughter.
Oh, you like your
I'm
hair
so
looks-
glad you ordered me a drink. It's been very, very hot today.
Your hair is very high, Mom. It's really like you got that boof in the back.
Isn't it?
That means, have you been firing people today?
Oh, I've taken it out on your father a little bit. I was ordering around the dogs and cats.
Oh, wow.
It felt good.
If only I could do so well as you. Oh, Mom. What am I going to do about this cheese stick?
How's your cheese stick solution going? Have you kicked him to the curb yet?
No, not yet. I felt like I needed to come clean with him, so I told him, you remember that guy I fucked this summer?
Yeah, I liked him. Whatever happened to him?
Not
the other guy?
Jose. Not the guy that
Paolo?
you worked. No, not who worked at Christina's.
Eduardo?
No, not he was the one I met from
Felipe?
From no, the one who remember that pastry
Man, you're a slut.
yeah, remember that pastry chef that you
and I
used?
say that in the most sex positive way.
It's true. That pastry chef that you used for whenever you destroyed that that company,
and I sued them. Yeah.
It's his second cousin.
Oh, Daniele. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Nice
Anyway,
dick?
it was. I mean, it wasn't as big as Gringos, but hey.
Yeah.
Took me home.
Speaking of cheese stick,
I told him though. I told him.
Have you ruined him yet?
No, but I told him that I had sex with somebody.
And how did he take that?
Oh, he wanted to know all the details.
How many times?
Yeah.
Oh, same old story. How many times? How hard? When it went both in your poop chute and your vagina?
Did you do that, Mom?
What'd I say? We have to cancel it. Okay, we had to pause it because I had a full-on coughing attack, and Matt couldn't stop laughing.
I'm crying. Look at me, I'm crying. Oh.
What'd I say?
I'm using that.
Y'all, if you're ever caught and someone say, "What'd I say?" Works everything. So basically, y'all,
Her mother just hates him so much.
Her mother wants to her mother's gonna fucking poison cheese stick.
Oh, yeah.
If they ever get back together.
Oh, poison apple. She said she'll make it like a churro because she knows he can't turn down churros.
Yeah. He's like, I see in my daughter many mixed feelings. and she stopped saying, I love you to him. She says, I love you, Melyza.
Yeah. She doesn't say, And Melyza even says, you mentioned this before,
Yeah.
but she says, I haven't really processed what happened.
Ding, ding,
and she
ding,
starts to
and that's the problem.
And her mother says, this is a difficult way to live. And it's kind of like, this is what the therapist was trying to say, but just, again, in platitudes. But they both need to make a decision of how do they want to live with this? How do they
Right.
want to live with the betrayal? Is it a badge of honor? Is it a badge of martyrdom? What is this for your relationship?
Yeah.
And they both are just using it to victimize one another.
And that's exactly what they're doing. And how besides saying I'm sorry, how do you get over a betrayal? And this is like people are cheated on all the time, and a lot of times the people who are cheated on don't find out until they like pick up their significant other's phone.
Exactly.
Like, and so how do you get over
I tell you
being
how.
cheated on?
You decide to get over it.
Yeah,
That really
I
is
totally
it.
agree.
You say, you know what? I'm going to put this past me.
Or you say-
I'm going to accept this and move on.
Or you say, you know what? This was too much of a deception. I'll never get
And
past this.
You'll say, I'll never get past this. But Melyza doesn't want to make a commitment to a decision.
He's in this, y'all, Cheestick's in this limbo that he's never going to get out of.
I feel like what she's doing to him, the punishment is not worth the crime.
I totally agree.
Set him free.
Yeah. I don't think they're well matched either.
No, they fuck well.
Yeah.
They fuck well. That's
Yeah.
it.
In a
That's
way,
it.
Cheestick was also a fuckboy.
Y'all, he just wants a girl in North Texas that he can take to fucking Red Lobster when they're celebrating, or I don't know, or like Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse with the peanuts on the floor.
Yes.
I agree with you. Anyway, I want to see this relationship go down in flames. I can't handle much more of it.
He needs to move on, and he'll probably end settling with the woman back home and probably be happy forever, and she will have a litany of failed relationships, sadly.
Because I feel like, and the mom hasn't really been the best example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the mom's got a lot of bitterness.
There's a whole other reality show about this mom.
Yeah. Boy, she's like a fucking Bond villain.
It is. It's almost like this smothered thing, really.
Yeah.
The mom is too involved.
Yeah. Not good. That's all we got. Boy, that was long. We had a lot to say about Cheestick,
It's
y'all,
true.
because this episode actually kind of fully like the through line of their relationship kind of was revealed to me.
Yeah, I get
And I
it.
fully understand it now.
The curtain's been pulled back.
Yes. And guess what? There ain't no Wizard of Oz. It's
Nope.
just a man behind the curtain pulling a bunch of shit.
It's just a dog humping a pound puppy. That's what our dog. We had a pound puppy. She would. I was one of my pound puppies I used to play with, and we gave it to her to play with, and she would hump it. She would.
Well, that's kind of sad.
Well,
Would she
she
leave a wet spot?
no, but she was.
Well, you know
spayed,
what?
too.
A pound puppy. That's just dominance, though. She's trying to establish dominance over the pound puppy, which is sad.
We would get her riled up, and she would get too stimulated. My brother and I would do it whenever company would come over, and my mother would go, "You boys, stop that! Stop that! Stop that! Molly, stop humping that dog!"
My mother's dog Muffin humps legs. And it's so, and like she'll get at it, and she'll get this like look at her eyes, like I'm gonna fucking dominate you,
Like
it's
someone,
scary.
like someone on Chatterbait that's about to get like their last 100 coins
It's-
or whatever or their bitcoins. You would know, Piano Cat,
all of a sudden,
gemstones, whatever they're called.
Bitcoins, yeah. It turns into like a Tim Tales video.
Yes.
With my mother and her dog. She's like ram right. Wah 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 wah.
Muffin, you stop that, Muffin. Stop that.
Muffin turns into a Tim Tales. Stop. My mother can never know I just referred to her dog in reference to Tim Tales porn videos.
What if your mother texted you and just said, "Jay Bird, what's Tim Tales?" what would you?
I said, that's a group of fairy tales come up with a guy named Tim. Don't Google it. It's not what you think.
When is the last time your mother ever called you on something that totally shocked you that you didn't know she knew about?
Oh, I don't know. I think a lot of times she likes to stay ignorant about things.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Mine was when my mother read my diary, and I had
That's years
but no,
ago.
but I had a friend come over. It's been that long because so it's been a while since high school.
Oh, you know what it was
But
for
she
my
knew
mom?
they had slept together or like fucked around.
You know what for my mom? My brother and I once got up in the middle of the night and rolled a kid's house who we hated.
Oh, like
we
TP
walked,
toilet
yes. We call it rolling in South Carolina.
paper. Okay, yeah.
And my mother said, we were driving past there, and we saw it. We saw our handiwork. My mother's like, wow, look at that. Whoever did that did a great job. They really let him have it. And didn't say anything about my brother, and I didn't say a word. And my mother says, like, boys, come in here. I noticed that a lot of the toilet paper was gone.
You didn't buy your own toilet paper?
I'm sure that wasn't due to the fact that neither of you rolled Brad's house. No, we didn't do it. No, I don't know where it went. Well, I'm just going to tell you, you did a good job, and that little shit's been pissing me off. But you shouldn't have left the house that time of night. Oh, yeah.
That's what your mom said?
Yes. She's like, don't ever do that. But she's like, I kind of got to admire it. She hated this kid, too. Cool. But she did. She sat us down and let us sit in silence, too. I noticed. Anyway.
Wow.
Should we talk about Brittany and
What'd
Yazan?
I say?
What did I say?
Okay, let's talk about Brittany and Yazan.
So first of all, you guys,
Or it's like when I had to call it, the bubble has popped.
boy, y'all, there's no chance of these. So let's just run through this down again. Other way. Cement and Jenny, who we didn't say this episode,
No.
I give them like, what, 20% chance, 10% chance of survival?
No, I think
30 tops?
Jenny's like a good chicken wart. She'll stay in. Yeah, 30%.
Okay. Binyam Ari, come on.
That's like
She's moving
zero.
back.
Yeah.
We also have Melyza Cheese Stick,
No.
0.
Armando and Kenny. I say like 90%.
I agree.
I feel really strongly.
I agree. And then we get to this one.
Yes.
Is there a negative percentage? Is that possible?
You know, who knew that you would say a couple in the other way had a better chance of being together than Deavan and Jihoon?
That's the truth.
Or a worse chance, I mean.
Yeah, well, we know about Deavan and Jihoon.
But still, yeah, it's everything that we called in like the second episode of this. Y'all, first of all, Brittany's in Chicago. We could visit her first. And
She's trying to get a divorce.
It did come through.
And remember, y'all, she's still married.
She's still married. She goes to see her sister and her nieces and basically just talks to them about the paperwork didn't go through. So it's going to take longer.
This is a very normal 90-day kind of, this feels like we're in normal 90-day fiancé land.
It does, actually.
And we see a baby, her niece Brielle, cute baby. She's still waiting for the paperwork. There's word art pillows that could not even look at the television for. The sister is like, she's light years away from being a Muslim woman, and the sister really wants to get her out.
The sister's even crying, is like saying, like, she's just like, I think she's way in over her head.
Yep.
And her sister is the voice of fucking reason of this whole season. She even said, like, you seem to be concerned about things you shouldn't be concerned about.
Right.
And Brittany's like, what do you mean?
Oh, Brittany's a dumbass.
What do you mean? And then Brittany says, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go over to Jordan until I'm divorced again. Like, I've got to have papers to show them.
Cut to Yazan. Cut to a different fucking world from where you come from.
Wow. Y'all.
So...
He's talking to his friend Mohammed.
Brittany's been gone for 3 weeks, and he misses her. And he meets Muhammad, his friend, he said his secret keeper.
Yes.
And
I want one of those, but then I'd have to kill them.
My secret keeper is my lube jar.
Wow.
So we wind up that he tells...
Can't get your hands on poodle secrets. Literally.
So Dad isn't accepting of the marriage, and he says they saw her social media pics of her in a bikini, and her butt was kind of out there, and that was too much for them.
Kind of. They had to blur one of the images.
They did.
By the way, what 90 Day character did we say calls her vagina secret? Or is that Carl's wife?
That's Carl's wife.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Yeah. Just making sure.
And anyway, so she basically she kind of came back and said all those are old pics, but at the same time, his family told him if you want to marry her, you're out of my house. Leave.
You're out of my house. You're out of the family business.
Yeah.
You're out of a job.
We're gonna fire you from the fish market. And remember, Brittany's still married, y'all.
Brittany is still married because the father says he doesn't say it in this terminology, but he basically says she's dicking you over. She's playing with you.
Yeah.
She's just fucking you along.
Yeah.
And you're just letting her do it. And he's right.
He's right.
It really, I mean, we've talked about this before, but it is literally, Yazan has given up everything to be with Brittany. And Brittany is so fucking uneducated and has no idea about the culture and how that he literally, this is what we've talked about on this show, how a lot of Americans go in and they're like, well, I can just change the culture. And we've said it's much harder when you're inside of this culture. Right. This is what happens when you buck the culture. They fucking shut you down and take everything, and you're literally sleeping on the goddamn street.
And so that's what he's been doing. He's been sleeping in his car.
I hope she watched this and felt like shit.
I don't know if she did. She's wearing vanity braces. I still say they're vanity braces.
I agree with you.
So, you guys, the most brutal thing is, even though he said he's been sleeping on the street, she says, you need to pay for my plane ticket. And he tells Muhammad, I don't have the money to eat.
And he wants her to play, yes.
My heart broke at this point for Yazan.
And you know what? My heart broke because he said, I think my father was right.
Oh, the worst thing to be.
I feel like we haven't spoken in a while, and he doesn't know why. So she's kind of probably ghosting him.
Yeah. And
Muhammad he feels like
says,
everyone's against him.
You're the only one sacrificing. He's like, but I'm still in love with her. And Muhammad says, yeah, he's not just touching the water. He's drowning in love for her.
This is like an existential crisis for him. Because when he said that, when he said, I used to think I was the smart one or the bright one in my family. Flash forward, you're not.
Also, but have we seen his brothers? Someone posted it. They're all hot. I've said I would gladly be the special sauce in that Big Mac 3-way.
Hey, Poodle put on some vanity braces to get in that action.
I'll dress up like a woman.
Not the first time. So, but he says, I always thought I was kind of the smart, bright one. I don't know what I'm doing in life. Yeah. And I don't know how this decision. I think for him, for Brittany, it's still fun. And, we both talked about how they both are in these kind of fantasy worlds.
Yeah.
And Brittany's still in the fantasy. And for Yazan,
his stagecoach just turned into a pumpkin again.
Yep. Man.
This was the turning point for this relationship, you guys. The next time it's all bad stuff for him, unfortunately.
She's just a piece of shit.
She's terrible.
She's terrible. And I don't think he's terrible. I think he's just was young, dumb, and in love.
And full of cum.
Yep. Young, dumb, and full of cum.
I remember those days.
Carl,
that was last week.
Have you heard that saying? Young, dumb, and full of cum?
What does that mean exactly?
What does that mean, Carl?
Oh. He yelled down and told her.
Oh. Shooter, get up here on my lap.
Shooter, come comfort
Go
mama.
on, that's scary, Shooter. Because I'm saying that because there's somebody that listens to our show and went, oh my God, young, dumb, full of cum. Carol, I've never heard that.
Some people would have not heard that. Yeah.
I knew
I
that
heard it
when
my whole life.
Yeah, my whole life.
And I did before I knew what cum was. And
Yeah.
now I know.
And now she knows biblically.
It's like a best friend.
When you're the best of friends.
You're ruining False the Hound again.
I can't even do that. I love that movie so much. That's the show.
That's
isn't
the
it?
show. That was a long other way.
It was. We had a lot of shit to talk about. I think now it's time. Do you want to jump into our...
It's time for our
Spurt
alert. I can't believe I'm now doing it. It's you in the spotlight.
All right, y'all. Let's take a listen.
Hey, this is Michelle Knighton. I post randomly in the Facebook group, and y'all's responses always give me so much life. I love you all so much. I just wanted to call to vomit my appreciation for Maddie and Poodle for the way they speak the truth so openly and to the point, with maybe a few tangents about small towns or Southern stories ending sadly or piano cat stories, which literally gives me fucking life. I love it. I never knew a year ago that following a 90-Day Fiancé podcast would bring me so much laughter and good, bad, and ugly tears on a daily basis. Full disclosure, your podcast has gotten me through this shit show of a year. I am so thankful for you both and the entire squad family. Also, I have to mention I have had my earbud diet in public more times than I can count and been given side-eye harder than if I had actually coughed on a fucking baby on purpose. So there's that. I guess I'm just trying to say is that I'm PMSing emotional and wanted to say I love everyone with no fucks given about anything but the fact that you all are so kind, supported, and appreciated. I adore everything about this podcast and this Sissy Squad group. Keep going, every one of you damn queens. Mama loves ya.
Sissy Michelle.
Sissy Michelle, thank you.
Oh, that was touching.
That's good to hear.
You know what?
In fact, I touched myself while you were speaking.
And then I promptly vomited.
I promptly vomited.
Probably vomited
on my shoes, and I went home and masturbated.
It's a porno.
I promptly vomited.
Crab cake.
I missed that show, y'all. I'm angry about it.
You guys.
What
you know what I love about that Sissy Spotlight is it's very sweet when people say, "Oh, I love you and Poodle, and y'all are so great," and that means a lot, and we take that in. But I love it
when they talk about the group,
the squad. Group. When they talk about the squad, and y'all, we have fun in there, and
it's also the most supportive community you'll ever see online.
We have our little. Someone left us a 5-star review and said, 5 stars. I stopped listening, and the Facebook group is toxic. So,
really?
But they still left us 5 stars. I disagree with that. I think, we all have our little family things, but everyone says to us, this Facebook group gets along so well comparative to
y'all. I'm in several of them, and they're all awful.
Jackie Wiseman says, my mom's groups are vicious.
The problem is you're a lot of times you're anonymous on Facebook, and not with this group.
Not with this group.
I can tell you who all these people are, and some of who the troublemakers are.
I love that we had a sissy says, y'all, I got fucking hemorrhoids. How do you deal with this? And you know what? Sissies came with her.
My favorite thing I saw today was, which one are you? And it had a toaster strudel, which was frosted, and a Twinkie with cream in the middle. And I guess we can know. And I went, wait, oh, that's where the cum goes.
Oh.
That was what it was.
Oh.
Y'all, we got some dick pics up in there. Dick pics.
We do. And Poodle and I are Twinkies. And so
I'm more of an eclair. I like to be I like to be frosted inside and on the outside.
Now I want an eclair. Only you would make semen beat on you sound pretentious. Wow. Wow.
I'm an eclair.
Anyway, we love our Sissy Spotlights. Those are for
Thank you, Sissy Michelle.
our patrons in the our come at us tier are able to call that number. And boy, y'all did this week.
I know. We were complaining we had no one call in. I guess you heard us and said, fine, I'm going to let the bitches know how I feel.
Like 80 of you called. We're actually going to be sure to listen. We have a very special sissy who came at us about Darcy and Stacey.
She went off, and we think it needs to be heard.
We're going to play it on our Darcy and Stacey podcast. So,
which is going to go out tomorrow.
By the way, Darcy and Stacey news, our good friend Kate Casey is going to be interviewing Darcy
Y'all,
and Stacey.
listen to this. We don't know if Kate is going to get anything out of them because they're probably saying the same platitudes.
But she's the prize. She's like the Oprah Barbara Walters.
She's good. Very
so
good.
She can get it. So, but we're going to be in the works. Whenever that launches, stay tuned. We're going to be doing a special episode of just like a short little episode with Kate, chatting with her, what's going on with her, but also seeing if she can give us some
she got
teas,
anything
any dirt
out of those two.
Of the girls. Where my girls at?
Gotta stay strong.
So anyway, now it's time for our sissy shout-outs.
Sissy shout-outs.
Sissy shout poodle.
Should I go first?
What? Well, we're on M and N.
M and N.
And you have M.
I
so
have
you
M.
should go first.
This sissy shout-out, yes.
Mm-hmm.
This sissy shout-out goes out to Fannin. I'm going to use an F because you always do. Fannin Macquarie. Fannin Macquarie.
Okay.
Fannin Macquarie. Y'all, Fannin, strangely enough, her name is Fannin. She's a huge fan of lots of, like, stars, like music, especially music people. She loves male singer-songwriters.
Oh, okay.
That's her favorite thing. And you know who she loves the most? John Mayer.
Oh.
Huge John Mayer fan.
Nice guy.
I want to walk through the walls of my high school. I want to scream at the top of my lungs.
Nice guy.
That was my John Mayer.
Sweet guy.
I want to know. You don't know him.
No, he's a douche.
Is he?
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Fannin.
Yeah.
You don't know that. Yeah, because you're so fucking connected. Anyway, Fannin loves John Mayer, but it's not for the reasons you think. It's that she's really into the head of MGM Studios, Louis B. Mayer, and she thinks that John Mayer is somehow related to Louis B. Mayer. Wow. Because she has like pictures of Louis B. Mayer on her wall, like. And she's posted like pictures of Louis B. Mayer. She's posted pictures of what she thinks his dick will look like.
Oh, okay.
So she's like the first
Louis B. Mayer was a big guy too, so it was up there.
She's the first Louis B. Mayer stan.
Okay.
If you don't know who Louis B. Mayer was, none of this will make any sense. Lui B. Mayer used to run MGM Studios. He ran it with an iron fist.
It's the reason why Judy Garland died young.
Louis B. Mayer. And he had everyone on contract, y'all. And that's what Fannin loves. She loves how he would run everyone with an iron fist.
Oh, okay.
And she loves, speaking of, sometimes she'll even fist herself. And imagine it's Louis B. Mayer.
Wow, okay.
I didn't say it was iron. Anyway, so that's why she's really in love with John Mayer. Mm-hmm. So one time she met John Mayer and said, I'm such a big fan. Tell me about your great-grandfather, Louis. And he went, I don't know what you're talking about. I just know how to sing things like, your body is a wonderland. And she's like, when are you going to make another picture with Ann Miller? And he's like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm only going to sing things like, my stupid mouth. And she's like, just suck on my titty here for a while and just say you're Louis B. Mayer. And that's when he had a restraining order put against her.
Okay.
And strangely enough, right now, she just, she kind of she restages Mayer Productions, MGM Productions, in her living room. And the last one was In the Good Old Summertime, starring Judy Garland and Van Johnson.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, she was naked and her husband did not want to participate. So she got the gardener involved, and now her husband's suing her.
Glad you ruined that movie for me.
That's Fannin Macquarie.
I'm sorry, Fannin.
I'm sorry. You should have known that John Mayer was not related to Louis B. Mayer. No one below the age of 65 will know who Louis B. Mayer was.
No one will. No one will. No one will.
That's it. That's 100% accurate. Wow. 110% accurate. Louis B. Mayer.
All right.
Like Louis B. Mayer after a night full of drinking.
So this next sissy shout out goes to starts with an N.
You had that whole time I was talking.
FOA. It's F, not really F, O-A. FOA Silverstein. FOA Silverstein.
No, you say what it is. Noah. You say Noah Silverstein. The letter has to mean something.
Noah Silverstein.
Is that
or
what it?
Silverstein.
I don't understand why this is so hard.
I'm going to say FOA. Y'all,
but that's not what it is. Something has to be representative of the letter.
Okay, so Noah Silverstein.
Thank you.
Noah,
I hate you. I don't even want to do this anymore.
Noah,
I honestly don't want to do this anymore because you get it wrong every time, and I'm so frustrated.
But no one ever made up rules. You're just making up rules.
No, we made up rules.
I don't remember. Noah Silverstein.
If there are no rules, everything is just bedlam. And like I've said before, our words don't even mean anything.
Noah Silverstein. Kind of like a little bit of, ironically enough, Noah Silverstein was born and raised in Greenland.
Okay.
And Noah Silverstein really was enamored by life in the United States. She was excited for that, and she felt like...
Also, Noah is female.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's N-O-A. That's the way it's spelled.
Okay.
And so Noah really felt like the way to do this was to... she applied for a work visa because she didn't want to get a 90-day fiancé, even though she likes the show.
God forbid.
So she got a work visa, and she said that she was related to an author with the same last name, Shel Silverstein. So
all of yours are so like derivative.
However,
I'm reading you. Sorry.
However, she told everybody Shel Silverstein was her mother.
So Shel was a female name.
Well, she thinks Shel is short for Michelle.
Okay.
She doesn't realize
Sheldon.
that Shel is short for Sheldon.
I think, isn't it?
So, yeah, so she doesn't realize it, but now, currently, y'all, Ashton Kutcher has started refilming episodes of Punk'd. And she's in a very elaborate MTV. They're just setting her up. Y'all, she's writing books right now called The Giving Hand Job.
The Giving Hand Job.
A Fuck in the Attic. What else? There's
a rim job in the attic.
Blowing up.
Damn, Shel Silverstein was hot.
The Missing Piece. That one still works.
Yeah,
she
that
kept
one
that,
works.
But anyway, so y'all. Anyway, the problem is if you're in a theater right now in Poughkeepsie and you think you're going to go see a reading of Noah Silverstein's
Where the rim job ends.
Where the rim job ends. Just to let you know, you're going to be on an episode of Punked.
Oh, good to know.
So, so just pray for Noah. That's basically her story. What I mainly found out from this Sissy Spotlight is I thought Shel Silverstein was a woman. And
No, you did not.
I did. And
You're dumb.
my psychology teacher at Antioch University, I just learned, is Shel Silverstein's son.
Wow.
And that was my teacher, and he was fucking gay and weird.
Why would you think
taught
Shel
Jungian psychology.
Silverstein was a female?
Because what man would write those books? They're very
Well, that's
sensitive.
gendered.
I know. That's what I thought.
I have nothing.
Anyway,
I who have nothing.
y'all, like Brittany and Yazan, this
I
went
had
dark.
nothing.
This went dark. Y'all, that's the episode.
Give me money.
Give me money, and you guys
Give me a review.
be sure to follow us. Yes, a review. We haven't asked for reviews in a long
Give
time.
me Kalani, I don't care about the kids. I just want a review.
It always sounds like Sebastian the Crab. It's really
She kind of does.
you really
Kalani, I don't care about the kids. I just want a review.
Ariola.
Ariola, what you
What you
doing?
doing? So anyway, y'all, that's the show. You can go to 98gays.com to our website to find out more about our shows. Southern Charm Sweet Tea is coming back, y'all.
Y'all subscribe to Sweet Tea if you haven't.
It's in the show notes.
You will enjoy our version of Sweet
I
Tea.
think you will. It's a different show, y'all. We're not putting it. We might put the first episode on our 90-day gays feed just to tease you to jump over, but it is on a separate podcast feed.
But you'll have another show with us doing it per week.
Yeah. So, there another free show with us doing it per week. There you go.
It doesn't matter if you
Yes.
watch it.
Tis a gift to be simple. Tis a gift to... We'll save
Why
that
do you
for
sing
later.
it that way?
I don't know.
That's
I feel
a
like
great
I should.
song.
It is a good song. Anyway, you can come at us at a cameo, the Matt Maher, or Jake It or Fake It. Anything else, Poodle?
Go fuck yourself. I'm done.
We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yes.
Just say it so I can end this fucking show.
And if you and if you have groomed your daughter to destroy men at every turn, calling her, and you've covered the mirrors, and you've lived in your house in your wedding dress, and you've just wanted her to destroy men, call us.